When I was a kid, I'm talking like 5, 6 years old, the standards my parents set for me, they were important, but they were very simple. It was like, hold the door open for a woman, say please, say thank you, look an adult in the eye when you're speaking to them, all the, stuff you're taught when you're growing up. Fast forward to my early 20s, I don't think I had any standards whatsoever. At that point, at least not real ones. I don't know where they went. I had opinions about the kind of life that I wanted, the kind of people that I wanted around me, the kind of relationship that, I thought I deserved at the time, but realistically, I didn't deserve any of it. And the way that I was living didn't reflect it whatsoever. My life had zero structure. My decision making was completely impulsive. I constantly broke promises to myself. I used alcohol weekly as a way to cover up insecurities, as a way to, come off as a confident person. And on the outside, I probably did look that way. I probably looked fine, but internally, I wasn't solid whatsoever, and I knew that. And I remember hitting this point specifically where I started to realize that the way that I was living every single day was creating a person that I was eventually going to have to become. And that thought alone bothered the shit out of me, because I knew deep down I was someone who cared about, integrity, who cared about discipline, who cared about consistency, but I wasn't actually living that way myself. So I slowly started to build standards that I could stick to, that were mine, that I believed in, not because somebody told me to, not because I saw a podcast on it, or because it sounded good, just because I was tired of feeling so disconnected with the person that I knew I wanted to be at the end of the day. So now, I keep small promises to myself. I try to regulate my emotions instead of letting them control my decisions. I carry myself with self-respect. I try to make sure that my private life matches my public life that I say online. And I'm still trying to figure out my life, but I can say now with confidence that I respect myself and I trust myself a lot more than I used to. And that's because of the standards that I put into place and that I stick to every single day. And that's made a bigger difference in my life than anything else.